Hey guys, Mike here with tlbhd.com, and today we're going to have a quick comparison of the new Blackberry Z10 and the popular iPhone 5. Design-wise, the two are actually close, as both manufacturers went for similar rectangular shapes with straight edges and slightly rounded corners for their phones. The iPhone is of course smaller and lighter, but the Blackberry actually fits better in hand and is grippier thanks to its soft dimpled backplate. When it comes to the choice of materials though, the iPhone is a mix of metal and glass, while the Z10 is completely made from plastic, thus the Apple handset does feel more premium than its competitor. However, it's not going to be as reliable, as we all know how easily that aluminum shell scuffs off. Having a look at the rears of these two handsets, you'll notice that the back panel is removable on the Z10, allowing access to the battery, micro SIM and micro SD card slots. On the iPhone 5, the battery is encased, there's a nano SIM on the side and no way to expand the storage space. And the Blackberry wins when it comes to ports as well, as it features both standard micro USB and micro HDMI slots, as opposed to that proprietary Lightning port on the iPhone. The two handsets feature front-facing cameras for video calls and 8-megapixel rear shooters. In terms of image quality, both for stills and for videos, the iPhone tends to win, especially when it comes to low-light shots. As for the camera interface, I do find it more straightforward on the iPhone, while on the Blackberry you do get more functions, but you'll need time to get used to some of the features. Flipping the phones up, you'll notice a 4-inch screen on the iPhone and a slightly larger and wider 4.2-inch screen on the Blackberry. The content displayed on the screens is going to be sharper on the Z10 thanks to its higher pixel density, but you'll hardly be able to see that with the bare eye. The iPhone screen, however, tends to get in front when it comes to contrast, brightness and especially color accuracy, although that display on the Z10 is definitely very good as well. And then there's the thing that really matters, the everyday experience. I'm not going to focus on hardware specs, both phones are powerful and with software carefully optimized for the platform inside, both are incredibly zippy when dealing with your daily tasks. But in the end, comparing the Z10 with the iPhone 5 is more or less a matter of comparing Blackberry 10 with iOS. I shall not get in depth here, you can find other clips thoroughly comparing the two operating systems. I'll tell you a couple of things about them though. With iOS, things are pretty simple, as the UI is clean, straightforward and hasn't seen any radical changes for a while. That means that you're probably going to be familiar with it already, but on the other hand it means that it can feel sometimes outdated. Blackberry 10 is completely new and different than Android, iOS or any of the other popular mobile operating systems of the moment. It's a gesture-based OS, thus it resembles the late Migo and comes with a pretty steep learning curve. But once you get a hold on how things work, I believe you're actually going to like it a lot. The entire experience on the Blackberry 10 is centered around a couple of gestures, a tray of 8 active apps and the Blackberry Hub, a communication forum that gathers all your messages and notifications in one place. The OS offers close integration with email and messaging services, social media, calendar and others. Blackberry 10 also offers perhaps the best out-of-the-box keyboard on the market, hands down superior to the one on the iPhone. However, when it comes to third-party apps, Blackberry 10 is miles behind iOS right now. There's this Blackberry World Store with some apps, but most of them are bad. Still, more and better ones should be available soon. The shop also offers access to content like movies, music, books, and prices are on par with those on iTunes and Apple stores. Anyway, here's how the two phones deal with the everyday tasks. So in the end, it's a matter of personal preference. On one side there's a familiar OS backed up by a mature ecosystem, and on the other there's the new kid on the block, still unproven but with potential. Back to our iPhone 5 versus Blackberry Z10 fight, with looks, build quality and software aside, there are a couple of other things to consider. Connectivity-wise, both handsets offer 4G, Bluetooth and wireless, but the Z10 also comes with NFC. If you plan on using the two as regular phones, you should know that the call quality is top-notch on either of the two, even in noisy environments. And none have problems with signal strength, although the Blackberry tends to better hold on the signal in difficult conditions. Of course, what good of having a top-notch phone if it's going to run out of juice too soon? And to be frank, neither handset is impressive here. The iPhone 5, however, has an excuse. It's very slender and light, plus it manages to hold through the end of the day with average use. The Blackberry Z10, however, does not, and most of the time is going to shut off in the early hours of the evening, also with casual everyday use. Luckily, you can easily swap out the battery and replace it with a spare one, but that's hardly a consolation. Okay, so let's wrap things up. There's little to say wrong about the iPhone 5 except for the UI that feels somewhat outdated and maybe the rather fragile metallic body. On the other hand, the Blackberry Z10 has some pesky quirks, like that poor battery life and that excuse of an ecosystem backing it right now. Yes, the OS is interesting and comes with an awesome keyboard, but is that enough? I'd say no. So, which would I pick between the two? Considering they sell for basically the same kind of money, the iPhone 5 is going to be my first choice. But that might not be the case for you. Like I said, the Blackberry Z10 is a very good phone on its own, but unless you're a die-hard Blackberry fan, someone in search of a new experience, or someone getting its first smartphone with little need for fancy apps, I do think you're safer going for the iOS or Android heavyweights right now. Of course, 6 or 12 months from now, things might have changed, so please check out the date of this review before throwing your stones. And that's about it for now, but I'm really looking forward to your opinions on this matter. So please let me know in the comments down below which of these two phones would you choose today and why. And of course, if you enjoyed this clip, make sure to leave a big thumbs up, share it to your friends and subscribe to my channel for further updates. Catch you later.